time has finally come for me to do Assignments Midnight Munchies. Today, I'm going to make Gyudon, which is pretty much beef rice bowls. But I'm gonna make it better than I've ever made it before. I've made many Gyudons, but with simpler ingredients, cheaper ingredients. But I'm not fucking around today. This bowl of Gyudon is going to be top class. If you remember our video on the little meatballs, this here is meat from the Sato Menchikatsu. They also have a butcher, and I bought 300 grams of some beautiful Matsusaka beef. Usually when I get beef for Gyudon, I'm looking at around 400 or 500 yen per 100 grams. This bad boy right here is 1600 yen for 100 grams. For 300 grams, that cost me over $50. I didn't get the most expensive kind though, because what I found was the other ones looked a bit too fatty, and I don't want my Gyudon to be super fatty. So I got some moderately juicy, glistening. Do you see how beautiful this is? This still is pretty fatty. They even have fat on the side so you could grease up your pan. This is gonna be the best Gyudon of my life. But this isn't the only special ingredient. I also have, these are Kurofuji organic eggs. 6 eggs costs 750 yen. This is gonna be the most expensive egg that I've ever cooked with. I really hope that I don't f it up, because I'm gonna be so gluttonous. I'm not even using the whole egg. I'm just using the egg yolk. Now there's very little prep work when it comes to this recipe. The hardest part is just chopping up some onions. I like really big white onions. They have a very good sweetness. I don't dice them in the cubes. I leave them in little slices because I find that that form is kind of easier to pick up with the Gyudons. I also have some canned garlic and some canned ginger to add some extra flavor to there. And I also have pre-made Gyudon sauce. Why do I have this? I can make it on my own very easily. I have all the ingredients, but I don't want to. Hey, you can make your own ketchup at home, but if you have ketchup, just use ketchup. For those of you that can't find Gyudon sauce where you are, I'm gonna leave a little recipe for it in the info box below. On top of that, some of you already know my love for Kewpie mayo. This is very important for adding a whole other layer of decadence on top of your Gyudon. You cannot skip this. Only the creepy baby mayo is acceptable. No other mayo. Don't even think about trying this with Miracle Whip. That ain't right. I also have some benishoga right here. So this is ginger. How do they make ginger pink? I'm not sure, but you need this kind of sharp ginger bite on top to cut through the greasiness of the Gyudon. And the cheapest ingredient literally that I have here is chopped green onion. Okay, you ready for the cooking process? This video is almost done. This is so weird. I'm making this video without Martina. She's not in the house right now. She's working on editing a project, and sometimes you need to get out of the house to edit. And now I have no adult supervision, so I figured I'm gonna do this by myself. Hello, viewer. It's just you and me cooking together. I feel weird talking without another person in the room, so I could look at her for encouragement. Isn't that right, Ducky? Ducky? I feel very uncomfortable. Hey, YouTubers that do this alone. There's some YouTubers, many YouTubers in fact, that don't record with a significant other. Kind of feel your pain on a small scale right now. Small scale, not big scale, better small. We have a hard and fast rule in this house. When the rice cooker goes on, it plays a song, and when it's done, it plays a song, and you have to dance for both. This is so much easier to set up for Martina because she's so much shorter, and I'm gonna have to squat when I cook this entire time. So I'm gonna start off with softening up the onions. Now this is my first time actually working with some of this fat. I usually just use like a butter or like some olive oil or whatnot. I'm not gonna eat that fat afterwards, but I will use this. And okay, this is starting to get a bit too smoky here. Oh, look at them drips of oil coming through. All right, let's do some of these onions now. There you go. Soften that up. Don't want the heat too high. I don't want to burn any of these onions. I am very okay with being patient and letting these reduce for a while. Oh, beautiful. Look at that shine that's come all over these onions. Oh yeah, just shake it around. Ain't no rush here. This is a beautiful communion between meat, onion, egg, and rice. Ho, ho, ho. Ho, ho, ho. Now, kind of the reason for this ritual today is I hit my PR for squat. Holy fuck, I don't want to do this anymore.
One more. Fucking one more. Almost.
Even though I didn't do as much as I wanted one more rep, it was still a PR. Older me would have been very upset for not hitting the target that I wanted to hit of 5 reps. New me is celebrating the fact that I even got this far after really badly messing up my ankle last year. So I'm gonna celebrate with some damn good gyudon. Hey, you know what hurts your ankles? Trying to do the splits to fit on camera. Being tall seems like fun, has a lot of advantages, also has a lot of drawbacks. Boo-hoo-hoo, I'm so tall, my ankles hurt from doing splits. While we wait, see how this is sweating? I don't wanna pull out my meat. I don't wanna remove the beef from the fridge and cook it right away because it's cold. I like kind of letting it get to room temperature a little bit more and release some of its oils. I think that does a better job of cooking rather than just taking it straight out of the fridge. I could see that the onions are starting to change from white to more of like a yellow gold. They're gonna get to brown soon. So what I'm gonna do next is add a little bit of chopped ginger, just a bit of that, and also a bit of chopped garlic. And by a bit, I mean a lot because garlic's delicious. Might there be too much garlic? I don't know. It's gonna be good. Are we ready? So let's just do these beautiful, oh my mercy. Look at the stringy, beautiful beef. Just gonna lay that on top of this right now. I personally like to put my meat on top of the onions for a bit. I want it to cook a little bit from that heat. I'm trying to do this as slowly and as gently as possible. And if I see here afterwards that some of this meat has changed color, has browned a bit, that's when I'm gonna flip some of it. Right now it's just resting, sleeping gently on top of the onions, garlic, and ginger.
Really likes hugs, he purrs, he's so soft.
Help me. That's not what you're saying. You love it.
How do you feel?
Literally fell asleep. Well, this is our day.
Oh yeah, there you go. I can see it's turning a little bit brown. Let me turn some of that over there. Oh yeah, flip these just a bit. Oh yeah. Oh my God, guys. Holy fuck. This is gonna be the greatest gyudon I have ever made. So around the point when the meat I'd say is like 60 to 70% cooked is when I'm gonna add my tare. I usually just like to see everything a little bit coated. The beef and the onions are gonna be delicious enough on their own. I don't need to drown this in sauce. So there's just a bit there. Let's mix that all up, see if everything gets gently coated. I do want this to be a little bit saucy when I put it on top. There you go. That looks like it's gonna be a great balance of meat and sauce and onions. Oh, this is gonna be so much better than the stuff you could get at Sukiya.
Look at that processed shredded cheese of 3 kinds of varieties. Ooh, give me that reasonable quality beef in a bowl. Oh yeah, just like that.
Now that I have this covered, I like to put a lid on it, just for a bit. Oh, yes. Steam up my lens, my pretty. I think we're ready to go. Okay, so I've killed the heat on that. Gonna leave that on the side for a bit. Gonna get my rice ready. And then we're gonna eat some damn good gyudon.
Yeah, boy. Give me some rice. Give me some nice rice. There you go. Oh yeah, look at that.
This is where I do things that are a little bit different than what I've seen for other gyudons. Some people make really soft-boiled eggs that go on top of that, but I don't want soft-boiled eggs. I wanna make a TKG, a tamago kaki gohan. You must know how to mix raw eggs with your rice. It is so delectable, and I am really excited to try these right here. I do my TKG though, however, a little bit more decadent than most people do. I just use the egg yolk. I'm not gonna use the whole egg for here. I find that if you add the egg white, it makes it really frothy. I don't want that. I just want something that's like, sticks like a carbonara sauce to the rice. You know what I mean? I want a really thick, beautiful egg yolk on here. So let's see how these eggs are. I'm so nervous. This is the most expensive egg I've ever cooked with on my own. All right, Simon, good luck and don't f it up. Don't fuck it. Oh shit. Oh ho 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 ho. Whoa. These eggs right here, the first organic eggs certified in Japan. That means that the feed that the chickens get is also GMO and pesticide free. This egg yolk right here, I'm not sure how I could show you how glorious this one is right here. Pop that right in the middle. Oh, ho, 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 right there. I'm adding a little bit to here, not too much, because if I add too much, then it gets really juicy. Remember, I don't want my rice to be super juicy. I just want it to be creamy and delicious. Mix this all up. Oh yes, this is the TKG of the future. None of this egg white business. So this is my bed that I'm gonna place my gyudon on. Okay, you ready? Oh, ho, 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 ho. Do you see this? Oh yes, this is where the tongs come back, right? Ladies and gentlemen, this is the best gyudon I've ever made in my life. Can you see that steam? I really hope autofocus is working with me, or else this is like $70 wasted. Oh, get a little bit of onions on the side there. Add an egg yolk in there and you really take it to the next level. Next, we need to do a little checkerboard of mayo on top of here. Squirt a nice little zigzag back and forth. Oh, yes. Get some green onions. Oh, I'm almost at the finish line, mama. Mama, you see what I'm doing here? Oh, look at that. I don't know how much green onion you're supposed to put on. Never had too much. This just seems so nice. And the last step we need is just a little bit of benishoka on the side. There you go. Now this is the best gyudon you've ever seen made on YouTube. I looked it up. I haven't seen many other gyudons with this quality of ingredients right here. Do I gotta do food porn shots? No, I don't wanna do food porn shots, but Martina will yell at me if I don't, so here I go.
Ooh, should I do this sexy voice or should I just start eating it? Oh yeah, let's just eat it.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have the lights all warm and sensual for this beautiful meal. Matsusaka beef, Kurofuji eggs, mayonnaise and green onions, garlic and ginger, beautiful white rice. Are you ready for this? Look at that. Oh yeah. Oh my God. Oh. This is the best gyudon I've ever had in my life. I've made many of these, but really, when you get some good quality beef, it's a whole new ball game. Oh. I was so worried that this was gonna be overly fatty. I did not need to worry. This is meaty and sweet and juicy and savory and creamy. That egg yolk rice. I think the point that I'm trying to get at with this video is, for those of you that are coming to Japan and you have an Airbnb or you're staying in a place that has a kitchen, you don't always have to go out to eat. There are really good ingredients that you could buy and you could cook at home very easily and make stuff better than what you'd get at some restaurants. For real, Sukiya cannot touch this. Yoshinoya, That other one that I don't know, So I hope I gave you the courage to try making gyudon on yourself. Doesn't require a lot of technical skill. The hardest part is really just chopping the onion, and then you just gotta be patient as you soften and cook it all. Get some good beef, some good eggs. You're gonna have a great meal. If you want the recipe, I'm gonna leave it in the info box below. Thank you, everybody. How long should this conclusion go on for? Oh no, I ate all my beef. Let me put some more on.
Man, that was some good beef, wasn't it? If you want to see some more scenes, we've got the bloopers right here. But if you want a little bit more beef, I don't blame you. Here, look at me coming back. I'm going to have some more beef.
I got more beef.